Hey guys. Oh, I have three people here. Oh, one of them's me though, because I got my laptop. See what happens when I don't redirect? I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot to, I guess. Or it didn't work. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. No, I say it like a valley girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Gotta say it through your nose with a lot of vocal fry. That's Valley Girl. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, they're in the courtroom. I don't even see top of heads. I see hair. The camera's like above head level. I just see hair. Judge Carlin, is it Carlin or Carolyn spelled incorrectly? Judge Carlin Addison grew up in both Birmingham, Alabama, and Memphis, Tennessee. She received her JD from Southern University Law Center in Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. Is that how you say it? Baton Rouge. Elected in August 2022, she is the presiding judge in Criminal Court Division 5, which specializes in intimate partner violence. Carlin. I like it. I just wonder how many times she's been called Carolyn in her life. Yeah, her nameplate says Carlin. That's just, I've never seen that name before. And I'm wondering if how she pronounces it. Our resident grumpy old man that we love to pieces and don't ever want him to leave us. You were late yesterday and everybody's like, where's Marty? Where's Marty? I still want to know what happened to Just Because. And I don't know of. Oh, okay. I don't have. He's one of the ones that is not on any of my DMs, Discord or Instagram or Facebook or anything. So I have no way to, or email, I have no way to get a hold of him. Oh, great. Now the other side of my neck hurts. Spike, this is your fault. I got blamed for everything when I was a kid. I think this is why I blame everybody else when stuff happens to me now. I was leaning over to pet him in the last stream. I don't know if you guys noticed me leaning over for a while. I was petting him and playing with him and rubbing his face. He's got what's it called? He's got something wrong with a nerve in his face. Something neuralgia. Trigeminal neuralgia? Idiopathic trigeminal neuralgia or facial neuralgia or something. I don't know. Anyway. Hey, Allison. Yay. So I was rubbing his face because I guess he'll rub it against the carpet if it's, I guess it bothers him, so I'll rub it against the carpet sometimes. But he came up and I was rubbing his face, so I was leaning over, and I heard a pop in my neck, and now it's hurting. It's So it's his fault. Yeah, I guess that's what, I don't know if that's what it is in dogs, but something like that. When it first happened, he would drool a lot. And I took him to the vet. I go to a different vet now because I do not like the old vet. Um, and she kept insisting he had an ear infection. He's drooling. Well, yeah, sometimes they drool when they have ear infections. She looks in his ears, no ear infection, still says it's an ear infection, and sends him home on antibiotics. That's what it looks like. Like one side of his mouth is, you have to know him and like really look at him good to see it. One side of his mouth is like retracted, and the other side is normal. But it doesn't. My stupid mic is crazy. Some days it's fine, and other days it's nobody can hear me. I don't understand. I don't know how to fix it. I've done everything I can think of. I've messed with settings on the computer. I've messed with settings in StreamYard, settings on YouTube, and is it better? Okay. I just feel like the mic being right in my face is blocking me, but I guess it's not. I can still see me. It's just weird because it's right there. I'm not mumbling. Well, you get me excited, I'm going to be too loud. Like yesterday, when the attorney finally objected to the lawyer telling the jury that they would be murderers if they voted for the death penalty, I kept saying, object. Are you going to object? And they just sat there. And then finally he objected, and I got excited. Like, don't tell the jury they're murderers. But like I said, I don't know what I would have voted. But still, like, guilt trip the jury. No. And then he changed the jury instruction of what premeditated murder was and put juror in there instead of defendant. That was when the other lawyer objected. I wonder, because he didn't do, like, this is his first offense, I wonder if the judge is going to decide to do LWOP instead of death penalty. That's possible, right? Tennessee does their sentencing right away, right? Okay, Nichelle. Oh, that's a new thing that YouTube's doing. It's to make more people engage. It's just you get points for how many times you comment or if you do a super chat or whatever. I turned mine off. So, because it's distracting. So, I don't want to see what my crown is when I'm in other chat rooms. So, I turned mine off. And then, just out of curiosity, I turned it back on. And now I can't remember how to turn it off. So, now I have a crown when I'm in other people's chats. And I don't like it. I don't remember. Judy, do you remember how to turn off the stupid crown thing? I forgot. I need to turn mine back off too. I guess YouTube thinks more people will chat that way because people are competitive. Judy went AWOL again. I'm telling y'all, she cheats on me. She says, I'm not cheating. I have two screens and the other one's on closed caption. But where is she now? Let's talk about her while she's gone. I think Marty's in first. Yep. Which settings? YouTube settings? Or video settings? How do you get to YouTube settings, though? Under your profile? I don't see it. Oh, I found it. Oh, you already found it? I was teasing Judy. I found it. Well, you guys already found it. Yay, no more crowns for me now either. Yay. Whoa. My subscribers keep going up and up and up, which is good. But it makes me nervous. I think YouTube's doing it because every time it goes up, I will immediately start to lose. Like, I'll lose 3 or 4. Because, like, the other day it was 722. I had just gotten, like, 3 or 4 subs. And it was 722. And then the very next day it was 721. It's like YouTube takes them away as soon as I get them. I do too. I don't know what's wrong with this courtroom. Why, Judy? I was teasing you. I was teasing. I'm glad it's Friday and I'm glad we don't have to jump around so much. So I'm a little silly. I was just teasing. I'm sorry I teased you. Why am I getting text messages from unknown numbers? Oh. I need to put this number in my phone. It's not an unknown number. I just didn't put it in my phone yet. Well, how about tell me where Humberto... Tell me where Hurricane Humberto is. Don't just tell me it's going to be a Cat 4. That does not help me. Absolutely nothing on there tells me where it is or where it's going to hit. Why did I sign up for these texts? They're not helpful at all. Mexico? It's going to hit Mexico? Well, I live in the Big Bend. Do you guys know where Cedar Key is? Cedar Key got hit really bad. Well, was it last year? Yeah, last year. Because I wanted to drive. We're like an hour from there. And I wanted to go. Oh, Cuba. I wanted to go drive and see. Because I heard it got hit really bad. And then I saw on the news that the road to get there was underwater. It reminds me of the Keys because I grew up in, well, I didn't grow up in the Keys. I was born in the Keys. And as a kid, we went there like every year to visit family. And Cedar Keys, like going to the Keys to visit family. It's like one road in, one road out. And was it last year though? It got hit really, really bad. Worse than normal's what? Like I saw a picture and the water was like all the way up to the street where like the shops and stuff were. I don't know how the restaurants out on the piers were, but if the water was like all the way up the past the parking lot, like you know where the beach. I've not been out there in years, Allison, but there's like the beach and then the pier with all the restaurants on the dock above water level. So and then there's a parking lot because they have like craft fairs and seafood festivals and all kinds of stuff on the streets, the open streets. And there's a parking lot, and then there's streets with like shops and bookstores, and there's hotels and all kinds of stuff. And the water was all the way up to that road. And I was like, all these businesses are gonna lose money. I don't know what happened to the restaurants because it didn't in the photo that I saw didn't show all the restaurants. I hope they were up high enough that they didn't get any damage. But oh wow. Yeah, I haven't been out there in years cuz my husband I would go all the time, but my husband doesn't like seafood. And I tried to get him to go. I'm like, let's just go out. Just let's just drive out there. I want to see how bad it got hit. And then we saw on the news. I'm like, well, no. If it's that bad, we can't even drive in there to see what's going on. So yeah, I signed up for those texts so I could get alerts, and all they tell me is that it's going to turn into a category 4, but doesn't tell me where it is. That is not helpful. I am so glad we got a generator though, because for years it was like glamping, but it's still horrible to not have AC in Florida. It's yeah, it's awful to not have. It's a necessity in Florida. I don't care what you say. You have to have. Well, and Spike gets sick. We had two hurricanes in a row one year that knocked our power out, and Spike started throwing up. He got really, really, really sick. So the second hurricane, my friend's AC didn't get knocked out, and she let us take the dogs to her house and stay with her. And I was so thankful because I thought dogs were good with heat, like a lot of dogs stay outside. So I didn't even think about the heat bothering the dogs. But he got really, really sick. I couldn't believe it. And our generator does not isn't strong enough to do well. We don't have central AC anymore, but when we had central AC, the generator was not strong enough to do the central AC and then other things too, but we could run fans. So I took a picture. I'm trying to think, did it happen? Did we have a hurricane last year that knocked out our power? I can't remember if we had one last year that knocked out the power or if it was the year before. It was either last year or the year before. I've got a picture of Belle, and she's sitting on the corner of the bed. We have the window open, and there's a fan right close to the window, so it'll the air will pull in and the fan will cool it off. She's sitting on the corner of the bed right in front of the fan. I was like, oh, baby, are you hot? I'm so sorry. I felt so bad for her. And that wouldn't, Spike was fine. That was enough cool that he didn't get sick. But she was right in front of that fan. She was so hot. But now we have window units because our central AC, this house is 94, 93, 32 years old. And our original central AC unit died 6 months or so ago. 8 months, 8 months. Hedgehogs are so cute. Baby hedgehogs are adorable. Were you bored with the other story? Is that why you gave me a squirrel? So we don't know yet if it's gonna run the window air conditioners that we bought. Our hedgehogs. Y'all pray for me because I don't want my neck to be. I'm not close enough to my mic. I don't want to have to start getting shots and stuff in my neck too. So y'all pray for me. I don't know what's going on with my neck. Cuz it was this side Sunday, Monday and part of Tuesday when I didn't feel good. It was this side. Now it's this side. It just popped earlier when I was leaning over. I just told you that. Stupid spiders. Why are they getting in there? Are hedgehogs the ones? Porcupines' quills are short. I mean, short. I just lost my mind. Porcupine's quills are sharp. Are hedgehog quills sharp? Because I've seen people hold the babies in their hands like this with the babies on their back. So are they soft? Are the quills soft when they're born and then get hard? Or are they not sticky like porcupines? Because they're adorable. In fact, I have a cousin that had a pet hedgehog. But she lives in Oregon, so I've never seen it. I've seen pictures. I've never held it or anything. I mean, very carefully. This is the most horrific trial. I don't know, Marty. Are you going to tell me? That was a good one. That was a good one. Hey, Terry. I thought that this one would be like the last trial was, because the baby wasn't born yet, and this one was only 2 days old. 2 days old. But this one is worse. Oh man, I can't even think about it. I'm gonna start crying just thinking about it. Hey, Nichelle. They're not on time. Shock. Shock and horror. Shock and horror. Come on, people. Any day now. Serial killer convicted of 8 murders in Arizona. How am I just now hearing about this? An Arizona man was convicted Thursday on 8 murder charges for a string of fatal shootings that targeted random victims and his own mother and stepfather over a 3-week span.
I am breaking in 55 minutes for that meeting. Still a girl, sir. Do we have transcripts for the witness?
Yep. Probably. Did anybody else hear about this?
There's 2 of them. The shorter one is the second clip.
And then there's a third clip with a third package.
Then there'll be a third one. Do you want to hand up the third one now, Jess?
I didn't follow that case, Allison.
The jury into the courtroom.
That Tim Smith? Yes! Oh, you're gonna have to message me and tell me all about it. Message me. I gotta, yeah, message me. I gotta know what's going on.
Good morning. Good morning. Y'all ready for lunch? We're going to get started. There will be a little bit of a break in our action this morning because I have a previous commitment at 11 o'clock, so we are going to work until we can't anymore. It's my understanding that some of you are interested in the weekend football. It's been relayed, duly noted, and I'm going to do everything I can to make certain you watch the little football. All right, we're back on Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge. All right, Lieutenant, just a few questions here to kind of set us back up.
We finished with clip 3 yesterday, correct?
Correct.
We're getting ready to do clip 4. There is a transcript for clip 4, the longer one that everyone has. Then there's also a shorter transcript, correct? That's below it. That would be clip 5.
Okay.
And we'll go right into that one. This clip 4 starts off after you guys got back from the river. Is that correct?
Yes.
This clip, and just before I'll just play it through here, but is there a new version of what happened to Danielle in this clip?
Oh, maybe this is the confession.
Yes, it's, he did, mention that the shooting was accidental at this point,
Okay. The first version of shooting Danielle was why?
because he didn't want the baby.
Okay. And we'll start the clip here.
Do some soul searching, man. Do some soul searching. You ready to talk to us? We're waiting. We're waiting. Talk to us, man. Okay, let's do that. You gotta speak up now. You say you did what? I told y'all about the one you love to plan is just something that has been a year ago. Just one incident. Right. And that's something behind me. I told it all and then doing like that. And then me and I was talking. Something happened again. Just let me show you. Okay. You never mind attempt to do it. Okay, where did you put the baby? That's what I want to know. I pushed it. Don't want to tell how I go all the way down. So when I threw the force all the way down, when I pushed it, I threw the gun, I didn't see what the baby was. I threw the gun, I took off, I slipped. When the baby blew, so I had the blood on me. I got back in the car. I followed the car, I just called one corner down the street till it got in front of me. So you pushed the baby, you slid the baby. How close was she to the water when you pushed it? You want to look at how close you was to the water? Because I was going to say how close she was because I was trying to leave you. I was trying to do what I was planning on doing. Okay, when you pushed her, what was the car seat at? She was dead. Okay, she was inside the car seat, strapped in, she was sleeping around. Okay.
When he says she's inside the car seat, you know what?
That she wasn't in the car seat.
Did you set the car seat down and push it? How did you push it? With your hands or with your feet? Push it like that? Okay. And slid. Somebody was sliding. Somebody was sliding and grabbed the gun in the pocket and I threw it. Then took off. So you don't know how close she was? Brandon. You know what you did, man. I know what you did. You know what you did. It's obvious, bro. It's obvious. Let me explain something to you, okay? And I'm gonna put this in a way for you to understand, okay? Right now, your future depends on how people are gonna see you from here on out, right? That's not true. And I'm explaining to you, okay? Let me explain something to you. Listen to me, Brandon, okay? Let me explain this to you, okay? Have you gone out drinking, like to the club, stuff like that before? You ever been out before? Okay, but you've been out. You've been around people like in a crowd or something, right? Okay. Let me explain to you this, okay? And this is how this works when it comes to people seeing you, okay? You see this ball right? Now, let's say that you're holding this ball, and you got your favorite drink in there, right? You standing in the crowd. Now, somebody bumps into you and knocks their drink down, right? Now, there's one or two things that can happen. The guy that knocks their drink down, he could say, damn, my bad, man, I was having a bad day, I was having a bad moment, I'm sorry I knocked this drink out of your hand. I know it's your favorite drink, I fucked up, my bad, right? Or, that same guy can bump into you and say, man, I really give two fucks about your fucking drink and I don't fucking care. The fuck you had that drink and keep walking, right? Which one of those people look the worst? The one that tell you go fuck yourself, I don't care about this fucking drink, right? Now, I'm gonna ask you something. Which one of those people you think you look like right now? Now, with that being said, keep that in mind, Brandon. You already told us everything else. You understand what I'm telling you? Just tell us the truth about the matter. Just tell us what you did.
You guys, your names are not green. The ones that are members, your names aren't green, and I can't figure out why. Or are none of you members? Maybe none of you are members. Are none of you members? I'm not used to seeing no green in my chat. Maybe none of you guys are members. If you're not, then never mind. Oh, there's Terry. Oh, okay, you guys just aren't members. Never mind then. Because Terry's green. Okay. I thought there was something messed up on my side. Never mind.
You threw it in the room? Okay, did you watch her going to the water? Brandon. Brandon, let me tell you something, okay? You had to walk over rocks to get down to the water's edge, didn't you? I think I was like 3 fourths of the way there. I didn't walk all the way to it. Let me tell you something, Brandon. Those rocks are boulders. You have to navigate through those on the walk. Ain't shit sliding down that thing. Now, you can tell me several times that you slid down there. Physically impossible. Physically impossible. It's physically impossible to slide down there. Now, do you want to be the fucking dickhead that knocks a motherfucking drink down and say, you know what, fuck you in that drink. I'm going to keep fucking pushing. Or you want to be the guy that say, hey, I fucked up, I had a bad fucking day, my bad, brother, let me get you another fucking drink. I'm sorry. You want to be the fuck you guy? You want to be like, fuck you, this and that? Okay, so you want to be the one that's, hey, my bad, I apologize. I knocked your drink down, I fucked up. That was my bad. Well, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity, Brandon. Did you She was along the river line. She was by the water. She wasn't.
But you slid it right
on the water.
Let me read that quote. Did you navigate the rock?
I walked over the rock. I walked the river line.
Okay, so you got it close enough to the water, right? That you got it close enough that if you push, there's a real push she was going to go in. Is that what you're saying? So you pushed her in the water.
She was placed along that river line. She was touching
Brandon. And she was touching the water until you did what?
Brandon, there's sand right there. You ain't sliding shit right there. Listen to what I'm telling you, guys. That it's like. So
You put it in the water.
I walk over. I put it right there on the river line. Then I threw it down. And I walked with this
Bullshit, Brandon.
I mean, place her down in the water.
Brandon. That didn't happen. The river ain't rose that much in a couple hours. Yeah. Anyway, now,
I'm gonna tell you right now. What you telling me right now? You telling me that you did it, but you're being a dickhole about it. You understand what I'm saying? It's already, you already told us that you did it. Don't be a fucking asshole about it. What would you do? Place her down in my water. Did you place her in the water, Brandon? Did you place her in the water? Brandon, did you place her in the water? Brandon, Brandon, that thing down there. You know one thing about that park? My father used to take me to that park, and we used to run our dog down there. I work the glasses, so I do too. Have all my life. I got my contact lenses right now. Swear to God.
I will give you. You started off with a lie, right? You started off lying. So you don't want to just look like a complete liar. So you want to make us feel like part of what you told us is the truth.
No, they never found her.
But none of what you told us is the truth. You have started telling the truth. Complete the circle, right? Complete.
99% of the truth is still what?
No,
99% of the truth? Still a lie.
right, so 1% is a lie. The truth is the truth, and that's got to be 100%. If you leave out one portion, you're lying. How did she get in the water?
I placed it down there.
How did she get in the water?
I placed it down there.
How did she get in?
Who placed it in the water, Brandon? You put it in the water. Okay. Did you put it in the water or did you toss it into the water? You tossed it into the water. Did she float away or did she sink?
So let me ask you a question. Did she come out of that seat? So you threw her in the water. Huh?
Yes, sir.
You threw her in the water. So you don't know where she or the seat went, do you?
How far into the water did you throw her? It didn't go as far as it did.
Because how old is she?
Can you clarify that for us? Did you say how far did she go in the water, the question was? Or how far in the water did you throw her, was the question?
He said it wasn't far. It didn't go as far as the gun.
Okay.
Was she still in her car seat when she hit the water? She came out, right?
Okay. Did you hear the water splash, Brandon? When you threw her? Brandon, you threw her in the water. I didn't hear you. I never threw her in the water. How do you know you threw her in the water? I don't know if I actually threw her in the water. Brandon threw her. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm probably the only motherfucker that's not going to be an asshole to you. I'm just going to be fucking real with you. And you treat me like a fucking asshole. Don't do that, bro. Did you hear that lady hit the water? But you threw her into the water. Did you see her float away? Hang on for me, okay? You need some right now?
some water. You still want it? Okay.
Is that the norm, if anyone goes to ask if they want water or diet breaks or things like that?
Yeah, the baby existed, Marty. The grandma saw it for about an hour, and he went to the hospital when it was born. That's the thing I can't wrap my head around. If he didn't want the baby, why did he go to see it being born?
Okay, that clip ends with, he says, or does he say that he accidentally shoots Danielle? He accidentally shoots her.
They say he accidentally shot her, on the other side.
And then with his
Water. She came out of the car seat.
okay, we're gonna start,
They didn't even find the car seat? How strong is the current in the river to move a car seat?
okay, bear with me for just a minute. The next one is a pretty short one, is that correct?
Yes.
Alright, look, so you pulled over there with Danielle. After you left her, after you shot her, did you change clothes? Where'd you change clothes at? Where's your jacket, no shoes at? So the jacket's at home? Where's home? Which place? In Cordova? What address? Where'd you put the jacket? Hanging over, doing crawling in the bottom. What's it look like? Black and gray? Half black, half gray. Okay. And that's what you had on when you shot her? Huh? Did any, why'd you take the jacket and the shoes off? So you just went home to change? What kind of shoes did you have on? Okay. And you put them where?
That's clear, he says, what about the,
Is this before or after? Look at their house.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that for us?
You say he changed his jacket and his Adidas slide.
And where did he put the slide?
Slide was in the trunk of his car.
That's when you would have changed. Because I don't have the time on that one, but the time, so this white shirt, if you had it on up under that shirt. Yeah, I went in, I left in it. You left in that. So you changed everything. I just took the jacket off and changed shoes. Took the jacket off. So that white shirt you had on up under the jacket, when you were seeing that on. Okay, so, but you had the jacket zipped on all the way up. Right. Hello. Hello. I got it.
you're speaking and not Brandon and Isabel, correct?
Correct.
She said, why? What'd you tell her? You told her that. Is your mom at home right now? Huh? Does she work? From home. She works from home. So it's a good chance she's at home. Alright, let's look. You say wait on her? Okay.
Okay, and that concludes the fifth, and you have one more talk with him, is that correct?
Correct.
Instead of who you distribute the last transcript.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you will take your documents and pass them down, we will give you a brand new set for the sixth and final clip, I believe. Mr. Christensen, sixth and final clip?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I don't know, Marty. It wasn't there yesterday. Every time it does, I look over at my laptop. But I know it's not coming from there because the sound quality is the same as the video, but it's just, I don't know. I keep thinking it's from here. I don't know, because they're in the same, maybe not the same room, but same type of room they were in yesterday, and it didn't do it then. So I don't know what it is. Unless they've got some kind of computer in the room with them that's making that noise. Because that's definitely a computer ding. Ding. This is gonna be nice. I'm making this at the right time.
Jumping out a little bit, sorry.
What is he wearing? Is that the turtle suit or whatever they call it? I've never seen one that looked like that.
So Lieutenant, what are we looking at
Dang it.
here?
What we've done is taken his clothes and put them in a Tyvek suit.
Okay. And that is that Sergeant Carlisle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crime scene, I believe what crime
Okay. And that's you standing in the doorway?
scene. Yeah, and that's Sergeant Amos also in the room.
And this begins the last competition you have with him, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Got a glitch in the matrix. What is happening? See now, because the sound in court is so bad, I can't tell if that's a glitch in court TV or if they've paused the video. I just said that, Wiggles. Because yesterday when they paused the video to talk, you could barely hear them. No, it's court TV. Oh no, it's Law and Crime. I thought I was on court TV. See if court TV is any better. No, court TV is having the same issue. Yeah, this is Law and Crime. I just checked court TV. It says technical issues too. I'll just pull. I'll leave both of them pulled up in case we need to switch back and forth real quick. If it lets me. Where'd it go? I just had it a minute ago. I hate when this happens. Watch. He'll be done confessed and we'll come back. Well, now I don't know which one is which. Okay, this one's court TV. Yeah, I'm getting rain right now too. I prefer court TV. Law and Crime is too litigious. I'm afraid I'm going to get in trouble using theirs. Darn it. So it's the... I thought the cameras in the courtroom were court TV cameras.
Oh, you next to them, did she meet you in Mexico? She met you in Mexico. So when I go up to this Mexico, I'm going to see you or her out on the parking lot. And how long were you out there? She pulled it before. Because you said follow me. Oh, your plan, son. You didn't get that in the bushes? You forgot that now already? Remember? You kept looking back because you wanted her to look back. Now, why was that again? Why go through this? No, but you did it for a reason. What is the reason? I know the act itself is stupid. But what is the reason you committed this stupid act? No, you weren't thinking too fast? Tell me the truth. You His kids growing up out here every day. When one of the parents left, he don't give a fuck about their child. Don't call the child, don't do shit for the child. And then the other parent, so through with their parents, they don't even put them on child support part of the time. They be like, fuck it, I don't need you. Nigga, my child will do just fine. If you don't want to be here, fuck you, go. But this is the solution that you come up with? Because she wouldn't have an abortion? Come on.
It's either loud and unintelligible or low and unintelligible. They really need well the police department needs new audio equipment. And that courtroom needs to be not only redecorated but completely redesigned.
Because even if you would have went to her house, went to your house, came back to her house, and you got ready to go home, what do you want to do? You got to get some, so basically you got to get some gas, right? You got to get some gas to get back to your house and put it over, whatever you drove in your car. So that ain't the reason you left your car. Tell me what the reason is.
Because I was trying to get the miles before.
Why do I not have closed captioning?
Danielle sent me this. I had to get up my address.
Why?
My mom never sleep.
Why would you get in your address?
Supposed to be
Because I
on
wasn't
the phone.
bring all the fathers to her house.
But why would you give them your mama address? After you know what you just did. You know what you did. Everybody else at that time is speculating.
There it is.
They're thinking you did, but they don't know. But you do know. So why would you even give them your mama address?
Brandon, this shit that you learn about now at this point, this shit is stupid, bro. That nigga is man. I was trying to go over there to her house. And then I asked, they hung up the phone with me, so when I called back,
That ain't want to get back to the car.
they kept asking me where I was. I was still at her house. I didn't want to give her her address, so they gave her mine. It was mine. I had to wait for mom and dad when I got there, because I was calling her when I was on the phone.
Why do you leave no slides in your car?
I was in my car.
Yeah, why don't you put them in the bag that you put them in, and leave them in your car, at her house? Why?
What does it say there about the slides in the back?
To give it evidence.
you gonna get rid of the slide stuff? Tell me why. Look like they had blood on. Who blood? Oh, which one? Look like they had blood on the left. How did blood get on there? When you took her out of the car. When you took her out of the car, did you pull some of her extensions out? Yeah, you did. They was on the line. Well, how many extensions get on the line?
Honestly, I actually grabbed my shirt before that.
Do you one in or two? What was the gun when you grabbed her? You were living in your car. Where was your car parked when you were standing in her door?
In front
In front of her car. So you parked, she followed you over there, you stopped, she stopped behind you?
then she turned around. There was a noise coming from my car. So she turned around to give me more light to the light on my phone. I couldn't really see what was coming on. So she went down the street and turned around and pulled in front of my car.
Okay. Alright. And then so you held the door open on the passenger side.
And we were right and I got inside the car.
Okay.
And closed the door. We were sitting there conversating.
Okay.
Random stuff.
How long did y'all conversate?
About 5 minutes.
Okay, and then what happened?
Like when we get ready to go, my mom had called and asked how we made it to the store.
Uh-huh.
So we were at the store.
Okay.
The store. That's where I was going to take her to.
Uh-huh.
And she got on her mom. I said, we talked for about 2 more minutes.
No, don't do that. Tell me exactly what happened.
And the noises in the bushes, and she turned her head.
Were you sitting inside the car, or were you outside the car when you shot her?
Standing outside the car.
Did you distract her? You said something behind her?
No, I said, is there something behind me? She said, I don't want to hear nothing, but you got the gun, you anyway. She turned her head and looked out her window.
And that's when you started shooting. How many times?
I don't know what to say.
Give me the roundabout.
Clarify something. He said before he accidentally shot her, what did he say?
That he actually did for something behind him.
Behind him.
Right.
Four, 5.
When you pulled her out of the car, did you shoot her again once you pulled her out?
So,
Did you pull her out of the car? Did you shoot her again once you pulled her out? You sure?
I just pulled out the car and I cut the car off.
Because I really wasn't voicing you. That area really is monitored.
Okay, so there's a bunch of glass right here, right? Her car is right here. How far we down there?
That's just a quick question, sorry to keep interrupting, but you've reviewed these questions, they indicate that you've reviewed a little bit of the crime scene itself within Levi?
Yes.
Okay. And if you could tell us a little bit about that before the next part.
So when I arrived over there on the scene, her car was parked away from the glass. You could tell where the glass had been shattered and stuff was going on. Her car was down a little bit where her body was.
Okay. And that's what you're getting into it with the
Yes.
Went backwards. So I had to jump inside the car to stop it. I don't know how it was in park. What I did, after I did, he started rolling backwards.
It's not rolled backwards. How far would you say it rolled? I guess like 8 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,
50, 60.
50, 60 feet.
How long was it rolling?
About 5 feet.
Just slow rolling, no foot on the gas. So it was just like it was in reverse, but no gas was being given, something like that. And you threw it in park.
It was like in park, it was just
after you jump in and stop the car, then what you do?
I got the baby, put the baby in my car. Pull her out. Put the car on.
And then after you left, where'd you go? And then what?
Well, take my jacket off, shoot. Well, take the jacket off.
And what'd you do with the jacket? Where is it?
My closet.
Is it hanging up or is it on the floor? And then what'd you do? And what'd you do?
Baby down there, do it. That's how you do all right. Get them all right.
You said that's when you went to Walgreens. And then you went where after you went to Walgreens?
Walmart.
You couldn't find a better way. Why? So this is the best plan you could come up with. This was the best plan you could come up with. So this is the plan you wanted to come up with. Well, why did you come up with this one then? There's literally 100 things you could have did. Other than this. Other than this. How permanent is this? You know how that baby is? How can you throw your child in the river?
You're young, you got water, right?
How old is he?
He's 5. You love you? You enjoy hugging him? Let me tell you something. I'm not even gonna get angry with you about it. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. You don't have any daughters, do you? Anymore. Having daughters, you would never experience love like that, bro. Never. I got daughters. You would never experience that type of love. You lay it all out, man. You moved in car seat. You did this, you did that, whatever it is that you did that you know that you're lying us about. And just, aggressive. I'm just telling you. See, but you keep saying it, but we keep finding out shit. That's what you keep saying. Anything else that you could think of? How did things happen out there? How did it fall? How did it hold on, man?
Going downhill.
So how did that fall? So I thought she was asleep, she wasn't sleeping, was she?
Yeah, that's fine.
No way, bro.
She was asleep from the time I put it in my heart. She was just on that.
You need anything right now? You need anything right now?
when I had an apartment.
What do you mean? You just get adopted all the time. What was the baby wearing?
But I keep the clothes. I got one mansion to the floor.
What was the call?
The hand was, I think the hand she got from the hospital was a pink, white, blue, striped hand.
Somebody said, car people looking at the actual car.
She had earlier.
She had his own.
She left the hospital and she had it on.
Same model.
But this is the car seat.
One more question before pass the witness judge. This concludes the interview, correct?
Correct.
And this is about the 7 hour, 50-minute mark, correct?
Correct.
The whole time. But he sits in there for another 2 hours and 40 minutes before he's booked or whatever.
Before he's transported to them to a one
What do you have, why does that take so long for access to do?
So we gotta write up the paperwork, we gotta write up the arrest ticket and charging documents, and then we have to call for a car. Once we call for a car, they're only gonna send it once they have one in service, so sometimes it takes a while.
But during that 2 hours and 40 minutes, there's no more interview, correct?
Correct.
Thank you, sir. No further questions, good.
This is a good breaking point for us. Take one, pass it down. I will be with you shortly. You're not to discuss anything with any minor.
Why is the audio still playing?
Jurors excuse, leave your notebooks in the chair.
What
Watch your step.
is happening? Why do I still... Why do I still... Don't have it open. Oh, wait. Wait. I think I do. I do. That's what it is. I do. I have it up in 2 places. That's why.
Correct.
You're under oath. Don't talk to anyone about your testimony. I'll see you shortly for cross-examination.
No. Debbie, do it right. I didn't have the other one muted. That's what was going on. Jeez. Okay. My bad. Yeah, they're on a break. That probably wasn't helping the garble that both of them were going at the same time. So that was my bad. Hey, Carla. I watched when it snowed in the Panhandle um last year. There were storm chasers that came down, and I was watching their streams, and they were like, "Well, what's the big deal? Where are all the salt trucks?" And I was like, "We don't have salt trucks. What are you talking about? There are no salt trucks in Florida." You're crazy. We don't have salt trucks. And there was nobody driving except for like the storm chasers. He's like, "Why are there no, where is everybody?" And we're like, "We're not stupid. We don't know how to drive in snow. We don't have chains on our tires. We're inside. We are having like weather warnings because we don't know what to do because we don't get snow. We're not stupid." And I was mad because I was so cold. That was probably one of the coldest winters I've ever experienced in Florida. Well, I've only ever lived in Florida. So probably one of the coldest winters, and we didn't get snow. And they got snow in the Panhandle, and I was so upset. I was like, "We deserve snow. It's so cold. If it's going to be this cold, we should get snow. It's not fair." Yeah, speaking of house blowing down, we lost our we lost our hot tub in a hurricane because it was an inflatable hot tub, and we had taken the water out of it. I guess we had taken the water out of it and we cleaned it, and for some reason didn't fill it back up because we weren't going to be using it because of the storm, which was a bad decision because the storm picked it up and threw it into a barbed wire fence, and so it popped it in a lot of places. It was not fixable. So we no longer have a hot tub. So, word to the wise, if you live in an area that has bad storms and you have an inflatable hot tub, make sure it's filled with water or filled some way that it won't go flying. Why are you judging all of us, Wiggles? Morty. Oh, man. Oh, you're judging Florida. I have seen it snow in Florida. Four times. Well, I technically didn't see it. I saw it on TV. I didn't see it with my own eyes last time. And then once when I was a kid, we lived in Sarasota. It actually snowed that far south. And then twice when I lived in Bronson, which is like 20 minutes south of where I live now. So, yeah. So it snowed a couple of times where I live now. Okay, thanks, Carla. I have to figure out how to do that because like if it was a members thing, I get a list of all my members, but I don't with subs cuz you don't have to publicly announce who you're sub to. So I think when I get 1,000 subs, I'm going to give away a $50 Amazon gift card. I think I'm going to do like a live stream or a post or something and just a member. No, that you can't do a members only. It's just a subscribers only. Can you? I don't know if you can do a subscribers only post. I can do a subscribers only live stream, and then have you guys put your names in the comments or something if you want to be included in the drawing. I guess I can do it that way. Category 1 ain't nothing. Yeah, I'm in Florida. I can't come home because it's snowing. Yeah, right. Who's going to believe that? Yeah, that is funny. That's crazy. Now I can say I know somebody that got murdered. No, I saw you like, when you said the name, I didn't even think. I mean, Tim Smith is not a rare name, so it didn't pop out at me as somebody that I knew. My mom one year, the snow, because when it does snow here, usually not last year, but usually it doesn't accumulate on the ground because the ground's so warm. As soon as it hits, it melts. But it accumulated a little bit on our picnic table in the backyard. My mom scooped it up, made a snowball, and then put it in the freezer. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing that for? So we can keep it. Why do we need to keep a snowball? I don't know. I just want it. Okay. I don't know whatever happened to that snowball, but it was in our freezer for the longest time. So my mom died in 1990, so I know it was before then. So that was the late 80s then when it snowed. And then it snowed again when my goddaughter was around 6 maybe. So that was probably 4 or 5 years later. And now this snow, that's been at least 30 years at least. Now that I can understand. That I can understand. I think my mom's reason for doing it was because she grew up in Virginia and it was just like a nostalgic thing for her. But it would have been more fun if I never had a snowball fight with my mom. It would have been more fun if we had both got out there and made snowballs and threw them at each other. But no, she wanted to keep it in the freezer. Y'all, you've heard me talk about my mom. My mom was weird. Yeah, we've had people get flooded in across the bridge, on the Swanee River, especially during hurricane season. And being a nurse, I had to be on call if that happened. Yeah, we get hurricaned in. We don't get snowed in. We get hurricaned in here. Oh, cool, Allison. That sounds like fun. Not to Judy, though. Judy swears she's never, ever, ever, ever going on another cruise. She went on a cruise in February and got a virus. Her and her daughter. How did Bob not get it, Judy? Yeah, like kids up north get snow days, we get hurricane days down here. Um, oh, I forgot what I was saying. Judy got really sick. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. You were sick for a long time. She was so sick, I was worried about her. I didn't think it was a virus. He didn't go? It was just you and your daughter? I thought he went with you. Wait, it was you and your daughter and your in-laws and Bob didn't go? Well, that's kind of rude. I went on a cruise for my senior trip, and I don't remember if it was a storm or what it was, but it was just really, really bad, choppy water. And there was some, I guess it was the Navy, some military boat of some kind. Y'all, I'm old. This was a long time ago. I don't remember details. But I remember there was a boat out off the coast, and they were ferrying families of the military people out so they could visit. And it was just supposed to be like a day trip out there and back. And the seas were so rough that they couldn't bring them back. So they had to spend the night out there on whatever the boat was. And it was cool for us because we were underneath the water line. We got the cheapest cabins because we were high school students. And we were in rooms below the water line, and we were in bunk beds. So there were four of us in this teeny tiny, like, size of a closet room. And we would just be, like, gently rocked. And it would just rock us to sleep. It was so nice. We loved it. Of course, we're kids, so we're not we're not thinking we're gonna die. We're just, like, enjoying it. And then the last night we were there, our chaperones forgot to set their alarm clock to get up at midnight to make sure we were all back in bed. So 2:00 in the morning, we're still in the disco dancing because they have not come out to shoo us all to bed. And then when they did wake up, they were like, "Oh, it's the last night. They're having fun. Let them dance." And so we're dancing on the dance floor, and the ship is rocking so much that we're all going to one side as we dance, and then we're going to the other side of the dance floor as we dance, and then we're going back to the other side of the dance floor. And it was so much fun. But, an older person might have thought, we're gonna die. We were just having a blast going back and forth, back and forth. But we didn't get sick. We had so much fun. But of course, we didn't do anything. We didn't have any money to, to do anything once we got to the Bahamas. And we just like wandered around and, so I don't feel like I got like a full cruise ship experience, but it was nice. Oh, I didn't know there was a Margaritaville at sea. Travis wants to go on a cruise really bad. He watches people that live stream their cruise trips, and he wants to go really bad, but we can't afford it right now. Plus, the job he works for, Gilchrist Feed and Seed, and it's literally a 3 employee business. The guy that owns it, his son-in-law runs it. Well, 4. Travis is like their assistant, and then another relative works. Travis works Monday through Friday, every other Saturday, and then I think it's the other guy's nephew comes in on the Saturday that Travis doesn't work. So he has no benefits, no vacation, nothing like that. And I said, when are we going to go on a cruise? You work every single day. When are we going on a cruise? And he goes, oh, they'll let me off to go on a cruise. I'm like, are you sure? Because I don't think they can do without you for a week. And he goes, yeah, they'll let me go. They'll let me off to go on a cruise. So I don't think we're going to be able to go until he's retirement age, because I don't think they can do without him for a week. Which is good, because he has job security, but still. But they don't have any type of benefits at all because they're such a small business. But the good thing is, if I have to have a procedure or surgery or something like that, they let him off for that. So they don't. At first, he hated it. And I was like, I'm sorry, honey, but you really need to do this for me. And I hated having to talk him into it. And it wasn't that he didn't want to be with me because I needed him. It was because they used to make him make up the time. Like, he would have to stay over. Like, they close at 6 and he gets off at 5. But if he had taken me to the doctor or hospital or whatever, they would make him stay over until 6 every day to make up the time that he missed. But now they don't do that anymore. They just go ahead and pay him even though he was out because of me. So that's nice. Because there's lots of times I have to be sedated for stuff because I'm a chicken. I was going to join a dive club that does that, Nichelle. Years and years ago. I was before I was married, I was going to. So I can meet people too. They have like special diving groups that for singles, for you to meet people. Because you have to have a dive partner to dive, because it's not, I mean, some people will dive by themselves, but it's not really safe. Oh, yeah, the Red Hat Society. My dad's second wife, my stepmom, she was in that, and I bought her red hat. I found a red hat with a purple ribbon around it, and it was so pretty, and I bought her that. But I don't know where the red hat, I think it was something at her church. They had a Red Hat Society at her church. But yeah, I want to do, I've not been diving in years and years and years. And I tried to get Travis to take lessons, but he doesn't want to take lessons. I said, it's not like going to school where you have to sit and, well, maybe hers wasn't an official Red Hat, because I don't know if a chapter of Red Hat would be with a church. I don't know. But, I told Travis, I'm like, it's not like a class where you sit in a desk and you have to listen to somebody lecture and take notes and then take tests. You go out in the water and they show you how to scuba dive. It's not, I don't care. I don't want to take a class. I'm like, whatever. Oh, cool. That's not bad at all. I'm not a joiner. I'm just not. Like, I just ordered a Bible study thing that I could do it online in a group, but I'm not doing it online in a group. I'm doing it by myself. Yeah, I'm just, I'm a loner. I just am. I don't know why. Like, and it's not like I don't like people. Like, look at me now. Like, a lot of people would be terrified to do this, right? I can do this, but I don't want to walk into a room of people and do something like this. That's just, that's just not me. It's too peoply out there. I don't want to go out there. But I'll go to a theme park. Imagine that. But when I'm in a theme park, this is going to sound weird. When I'm in a theme park, I'm by myself. Even though there's all these people there, I'm still by myself. Like, it doesn't... If I'm at a party or at a gathering or whatever, I'm with other people. I have to interact and talk and whatever. But if I'm at a theme park, I'm by myself. Does that make sense? I don't know. What is it? Like, it's like a social battery. Like, my battery wears down really quick. And then I need to be alone to recharge. So, that's what I heard somebody describe it as once. I forgot who it was. But I was like, oh, I'm going to steal that. And then extroverts are the exact opposite. Their battery gets recharged by being around people. What's MagFest? Five-day, 4-night. I'll have to tell Travis about that. We'll have to look into that. That's cool. Nichelle. They're at Disney at Epcot. They have every year. It used to just be in October. Now it's September through November. They have a food and wine festival where they have food from other countries, and they have bands there. And in November, Boys to Men is going to be there, and so is the Beach Boys. And I want to go see them. But streamers are streaming them too. So far, I've seen Starship, Toby Mac, Mercy Me, and Joey Fatone and Sheila E. The only one I really didn't like was Sheila E. But the other ones did great concerts. And they're just the price of your ticket to get into the park. And they did some really, really good shows. And then during the week, they have like local bands. I want to go on the Star Trek cruise. Bad, bad, bad. That's like a bucket list thing for me. But I have to go before they die because they're all older than me. So it can't be too old of a bucket list thing. Well, they're not all older than me now because of the new Star Trek shows. Those actors are younger than me. But like the TNG actors, the next generation actors like Riker and Geordie LeVar Burton, and let's see who else goes. Patrick Stewart doesn't go. Shatner doesn't go. George Takei goes sometime. I don't care if I meet him or not. Can we do that? Is that legal? Yeah, because they have to. Yeah, they have to pay the They have to pay the talent. So yeah. You know, I am kicking myself because the first year that I became aware of CrimeCon, it was in Orlando, and it was too late for me to go. I became aware of it as it was happening, and then it was in Nashville, and now it's out in Colorado. There you go. There you go, Nichelle. There's an 80s themed cruise too, but I don't know if that has like icons from the 80s there or if it's just like 80s music or what. Like I've never really, because the same people that do the Star Trek cruise do the 80s cruise, so I'll get emails about the 80s cruise, but I don't read them. So I guess I should read them and see what they're about too, because they're supposed to be 80s themed, but I don't know. I just know. I always open the emails and look to see who is going to be at the next Star Trek cruise, even though I know I can't go. And I go, oh, I want to meet him and her and her. And oh, it is 80s bands? Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to go bad. I want to meet Vinny. I don't know why I want to meet Vinny, but I do. And then, like, I have some friends that I don't know if they went to Colorado. BSB. What is BSB? Backstreet Boys? Backstreet Boys is a bucket list concert for you? I love Bounty Rinse and Refresh. Have you seen that movie? That commercial with the Backstreet Boys? I love that commercial. Where there's a stain on the shirt and she uses the stuff and she holds it up and she's like, the stain is by, and they go, not us. I used to get I do still get their songs mixed up. The only way, I'm getting better, but the only way I can tell them apart is if I see a video and I see JT, then I know it's in sync. And if JT's not there, then I know it's Backstreet Boys. But my girls were into NSYNC. But that was before I came along, so it was like they weren't as obsessed by the time I came along, so it's kind of like I know it from them talking about it. Like, I guess McDonald's at one time was putting NSYNC DVDs in Happy Meals. So Travis would go to McDonald's to get Happy Meals for the girls because I know that's how I tell them apart. I have to see the video. If there's no JT, it's Backstreet Boys, and if there's a JT, it's NSYNC. But Travis would go to McDonald's just to get a Happy Meal to get the girls the NSYNC DVD. And so that's how I always remember. I said NSYNC. JT is in NSYNC. There's no JT in Backstreet Boys. Did I say it backwards? JT is in NSYNC. No JT in Backstreet Boys. I like New Kids on the Block. I love Donnie. I love Donnie Wahlberg. Love, 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 love. Did you see him on The Masked Singer? Did you see him when he unmasked? And Jenny didn't know it was him? And she about fell out? They already did, I think, make another album. I know they have some videos, some new videos of them like they are now. I think they're new songs. I'm not sure. Carla, I've seen the Monkees, the Grassroots, is it the Grasshoppers or the Crickets? And Henry and the Hermans in concert. Thank you, Terry. It's been a long time. I couldn't remember. That was back in the 80s. When the 60s made a comeback in the 80s, I was all there for it.
Thank you. You may be seated. And we are beginning the cross-examination of Lieutenant Winbush. Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
know when Mr. Isabelle was arrested?
Maybe sometime around, it was February the 2nd, sometime that morning,
Really early morning?
maybe.
And was he taken to homicide?
To my knowledge, should have been taken to homicide.
Were you at his house when he was arrested?
No.
That you came in to homicide though to talk with him?
Yes.
Okay. What time did you get to homicide?
Oh, that morning,
The wee hours of the morning or?
it was closer to maybe around 7 sometime that morning, something around there.
And while you were arriving, was he in that room in homicide waiting on you?
Should have been.
Okay. And I noticed his hands were cuffed, right?
Correct.
And there was a bench in that room, it seemed, across the table from you and Officer Bullard, that he was on.
Yes.
The bench is about, it looked to be very wide.
It had a decent width.
It's
Wide.
made for comfort, isn't it?
Wide enough for him to lay on.
Yeah. And I noticed that his legs seemed to be shackled to the wall,
No, shackled to the bench.
shackled to the bench.
Yes.
I just wondered why it was sticking out like that. Did he have room
To
to?
move?
It was right at the first, yeah.
Yeah, he had moved. He had enough room to lay down.
They're not made to lay on anyway.
And when you came in to talk with him, was, you were gonna ask him questions,
Correct.
interrogate him,
Interview.
interview him. Okay, that's a nicer word, isn't it?
Yes, because that's what I do.
Okay. And you want a person that you are interviewing to believe you.
Do I want them to believe me?
You want them to believe you're being straight with them.
It don't matter if they believe me or not, because they know.
That's, well, where, do you get any training in how to interview people?
I have not.
No training at all in any particular type of technique?
I mean, I guess you could say the course of my career is training, but to go to a certain school, I never did.
On the job training?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of the REID technique, R-E-I-D?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Okay, and that's a method of interrogation, is it not?
From what I've heard, but I've never had that training.
But you've never studied it at all?
No.
Well, when you're asking random questions, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a confession?
When I'm,
That's your purpose, that to get him to confess?
the purpose is to get them to tell me what happened.
Okay. And that, in your view, is to confess?
It depends on what happened.
Okay. And does that mean that you have him tell you what happened, or do you tell him what happened?
It's a conversation between the person and I.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's a conversation between the person and I, so in that case, it would be a conversation between Brandon and I.
And that conversation, are you looking for
Fact.
truth?
Obviously looking for the truth.
Well, did you already know the truth?
Some of it.
When you started, we'll go back to the first. When you started, did you already know the truth?
No.
He was told that you knew what happened,
Of course.
of course. Okay. So when you told him that you already knew what happened, you wanted him to believe that?
Well, when I
That was your purpose in telling him that. You wanted him to believe that you already knew what had happened, and you were giving him a chance to say it.
Yes,
Okay. But that wasn't true, was it?
not all, I didn't know everything that happened, no.
And when you started talking with him, I noticed you gave him his advice of rights.
Correct.
Was he being cooperative?
Yes,
And you read his advice of rights, or had him read it?
yes.
And what did his advice of rights basically say?
Yeah, he could talk to us if he wants to, and if he don't, he doesn't have to.
Okay. But he didn't have to waive his rights to talk with you.
If I was gonna ask accusatory questions, yes, he had to raise his voice.
But I mean, he had a choice. He could say, no.
Yeah, yes, he had a choice.
But he didn't do that, did he?
He did not.
Talk to you.
He did.
And when you wanted to search his phone, you would have had to get a warrant to search that phone, wouldn't you?
Correct.
But he told you, "Yeah, I can see it, go ahead and search my phone."
Correct.
So he was being cooperative.
Yes, he was.
But he wasn't saying the things that you wanted him to say yet, was he?
Everything you said, I wanted him to say.
He wasn't saying the things that, that you guys were telling him.
What did we
You
tell
wanna
him?
go back through all these things?
Sorry,
You know, when you
Carla.
said you threw him in the river, you did, how many times was he told he was lying?
A lot.
A lot. How many times was he told that you threw the baby in the river?
I haven't counted, but it was a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot there.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, let me rephrase that, because we asked him, did he toss the baby in the river? And once he said he did, then we reinstated that he did. But initially, we asked him, did he throw the baby in the river?
Boyd was in there with you, wasn't he?
Some of the time, yes.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
He was coughing a lot. Was he sick?
I don't know.
It was during COVID, wasn't it? Yes.
I don't know
Yeah,
if he
I
was,
guess COVID
I don't know if he
kinda
was sick. I don't think I'm his doctor.
And the last part of the advice of rights was that no promises or threats, no pressure or coercion
Correct.
was what? Was put on him to sign this waiver of rights?
Correct.
Well, why is that important?
Because he has to do it of his own free will.
Has to do it of his own free will. And if he's doing it of his own free will, what is it, more reliable?
No, it just means we didn't force him to do it.
Okay. Means you didn't force him to. And why is that important?
Because if I forced him to do it, then that's not within the law. I can't force him to do anything.
You're forcing somebody to do something that wouldn't be within the law.
Correct.
And it wouldn't produce reliable results.
Results still might be reliable.
Well, I noticed that at the time those advice of rights are given and signed, and when he's saying, I haven't been under any pressure or coercion or promises made or threats, well, the questioning hadn't started yet, had it?
It can't start until then.
Well, you did this right at the first when you're fixing to question a man on a homicide, right? You did the advice of rights first off.
Right, first, so we can ask questions.
Okay. So all that about him saying he wasn't coerced, or threatened or made promises, that was before you ever questioned me.
Right.
And that's where the threats or promises or coercion, that's where the real danger is, isn't it?
Not necessarily.
In the statement itself. That's an easy one.
I'm not sure I understand the question, but Joe, maybe clarify.
Is there an objection?
The danger of the coercion.
Objection, I don't think the witness understood the question.
Let me repeat it, thank you. The danger of coercion coming into play and producing a statement that isn't reliable, that comes during questioning, doesn't it?
It could.
And what this advice of rights is for is to prepare him for the questioning, right?
Yes.
And to protect you.
Yes.
Well, why is it important that threats aren't used?
Say that again.
Why is it important that threats are not used?
Because if you threaten somebody, it's possible that they'll say it just to avoid the threat.
Pretty much like when this started, I noted that
This is the prosecution's case in chief. We've heard from the responding officer. We've heard from 2 of the paramedics. We've heard from Danielle's mom. We've heard from the CSI that took pictures of the scene. We've heard from the ME. We've heard from the police that did the search warrant on his girlfriend's house and his car. We've heard from his girlfriend. And we heard from the guy that did digital forensics, that looked at phones and that kind of thing. License plate readers. Oh no, that was that was the next guy. He did the license plate readers that was looking for the car. And then I missed this guy's name on day 3. He did aerial photos. And he was the one, I guess, that saw the baby cap on the bank with the aerial photos, I guess. And then we heard from another CSI. He's the guy that collected the baby cap. And then we heard from one of the rescue divers and the rescue diver coordinator that's in charge of the rescue, getting everybody where they're supposed to go. And then we heard from the guy from Wildlife Services who is now retired, but he helped with the search, was called in to help with the search. And then this is Sergeant Charles Winbush, and I guess he's the lead investigator. He has just been here showing us the videos of the interview, and when they took him, he showed them where the site. It was on day. See, this is why I take notes and put things in playlists, guys. See, I have a method to my madness. This is why we jump all over the place, so I can put stuff in playlists for y'all. Artesia, where'd you go? I just saw you. Artesia. Artesia. Artesia was day 2. Uh-oh, I didn't write morning or afternoon. Well, I dropped the ball on that. It looks like morning, though, because it's at the very first under day 2. So it looks like it was day 2 morning. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Don't listen to me. Danielle's mom was the first on day 2. Artesia was day 2 a lot later. So it might be afternoon on day 2. But it's day 2. Okay.
He was told he would be dodging dicks for the next 50 years. That was, if he didn't talk to you. He didn't
I know,
tell
Carl,
you
I got your back,
what you
babe.
wanted to hear.
No, it wasn't said like that. No, it was, that statement was said, it wasn't said by me. But that statement was said.
It was said your presence. We watched it up here, right?
Right.
Jury saw it, right?
Yeah, I said it was said. It just wasn't said by me.
Was that pressure?
It could be.
Would you agree that this is a fair statement? One of the things that people fear about prison is being raped. A man,
Reasonable people, I think, had that fear.
that's fear. And that's what he was told, he's gonna be dodging dicks. That's what was meant by that statement, was it not?
He said he could be.
He was told, was he not, that there were cameras out there. And there were some cameras, weren't
Yeah, cameras all over the city.
there? And the purpose of telling about those cameras was to make him believe he had been seen on camera.
Yes.
But there wasn't any cameras where you went to look for the baby, was there?
There were cameras there, I'm not sure if they were working.
Yeah, I believe it said earlier they weren't working. And so you wouldn't have seen him take the baby down to the river, would you?
No.
Because there wasn't a camera that was working there.
No, didn't see him take the baby down to the river.
But he was told that there was a camera,
He was.
and that wasn't true.
No, that was not true.
What about, on Levi and Sedgwick, where Danielle's car was?
Yes,
He was told there were cameras there,
yes.
but there weren't, was there?
I don't believe so.
So, in essence, you were telling him, we know what happened, there's cameras there. You gotta tell us this.
Yes,
And the this was, you told him what you wanted him to say.
I told him there was cameras there, so did I want him to say there were cameras there?
Was there any, and look, I'm gonna concede something right here. Yours was much better than Boyd's. Okay? Yours, you weren't as bad as him.
This is a question.
But,
Yeah.
yes, Boyd was worse than you were in the question.
So when an objection is made, it is customary for you to wait for me to rule on said objection
Thank you.
after you've responded.
You're right.
So there's an objection,
This sounds like testimony and not a question, Judge.
and your response is,
I'm rewarding it.
thank you and sustain.
It wasn't you that said, you'll be dodging dicks.
No, I didn't say that.
Was Mr. Isabelle told that people would be looking at him like he was an effing monster?
Yes.
How did they told that? How did that further your investigation?
Asked him how he wanted to be viewed, if he wanted to be viewed like a monster or somebody with remorse.
Were there a lot of questions asked that didn't further the investigation as to who was responsible for the shootings and the debate?
Repeat.
Were there questions asked that weren't directed toward finding the baby, or whether or not he committed these offenses?
Yeah, there was just no question of that.
Would it be fair to say that at times Officer Boyd's questions and statements were a bit over the top?
I don't think so.
It's okay to tell him he's got some dicks? It's okay to tell him that?
I mean, it's a reality that could be there.
So that would scare him,
It could.
and scare him into saying what you were scheduled to use the truth. But
To
you
scare
didn't.
him into telling us the truth, yes, it could.
How long did you guys question him?
Several hours.
7 hours?
Several.
Several? More like 10?
No, I don't think it was
Sit,
10.
think about it a little bit.
Did we question him for 10 hours, or was he there for 10 hours?
Well, okay, was he there in that room for 10 hours?
For the most part, yeah, we did take him to the boat dock, so he wasn't in the room at that time. But yeah, but we had him somewhere around 10 hours.
And he had been in that room while he was waiting for you to arrive.
Yes.
Do you know of any interrogation that was done of him then?
No, it wasn't any.
And that would have, when he arrived, would have been the early morning hours of February 2nd?
Yeah, sometime around that time. Yeah, February 2nd.
Well, the reason I asked that, I'm trying to figure him, to just assume that he got up at 8 o'clock in the morning. We can make it later if you want. Let's assume he got up at 8 o'clock. How many hours would he have been up when you were asking questions?
A long time?
A long time. Is a person able to be influenced more when they're tired like that? Influenced to tell your truth.
Influence to tell the truth.
The truth.
The truth. Not my truth, the truth.
Well, if that were so, I mean, I'm not trying to argue with you, but a little bit I am. Because he told you something at the very start, and you didn't accept it.
I didn't.
So it was your truth you were wanting to hear, not what he was saying.
I didn't want to hear what he said. I wanted to hear the truth. There's a difference.
How did you know the truth when you were starting this interrogation?
Because at that time, I knew Danielle was no longer with us. And he said he met her and that she left, and he didn't know where she was, which was not the truth.
You didn't know that at the time.
I did know that at that time.
You knew that he was responsible for it?
No, I didn't know he was responsible for it. I knew he knew that she was no longer with us.
Okay, all right. And so you were trying to get him to say then that he was responsible for the person that was shot?
I was trying to get him to tell me the truth, whether he was responsible or somebody else was responsible.
And he was told that the only thing that could save him was to tell the truth.
He was told that.
Save him from what? All those 50 years of dicks?
Not necessarily. It could save him from whatever his imagination will come up with.
You weren't gonna stop until you got him to say what you wanted to hear, were you?
I was going to stop once we found the baby until it was realized we weren't going to find the baby.
Did he get time to rest?
Yes,
When he got time to rest, was he on that little bench
yes,
with his
Did I say 2 day old?
hands and feet shackled?
yes.
Is it true that he wouldn't stop, the yelling at him was not going to stop until he said what you wanted to hear?
That's not true.
When was it gonna stop?
How much yelling was done? We didn't yell at him the whole time. Most of
Yelling
the
at him
time.
the whole time?
I said we did not yell at him the whole time. Most of the time it was a simple conversation. There was a little yelling in there, and there was a little emphasis put in there, but it wasn't a constant yelling.
You weren't as bad about it as your partner was, boy,
Wasn't bad about what?
yelling.
Say that?
You, how tall are you?
6'3".
6'3",
Yeah.
way up there to me. And look, you're in pretty good shape,
Decent.
physical shape.
Decent.
Would you consider that you may be an intimidating presence?
I don't know.
What about boys? You about the same size?
No, boy is a little smaller.
Be smart. Smart but loud.
Loud, yes.
Miss Isabelle kept saying that he left the baby at the river, and that wouldn't be what you want to hear, right?
We wanted the truth. Because from the moment he told us he took the baby to the river, we had people at the river searching for the baby.
And so you didn't accept that he had taken, I think it was at the gate, left the baby at the gate? Was that
A little bit past the gate.
a little bit past the gate?
That was what he originally said.
And was it you or boy that kept saying, did you put the baby in water?
Initially, I think it was a boy. I think so.
I believe you're right. So, what you were wanting to hear was where the baby was, I guess.
Yes, we wanted the truth about what he did with the baby.
Well, you eventually said, well, I took the baby down toward the river,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then, was it boy that started saying, you put the baby in the water?
Well, I think that question came after he said he placed the baby near the water, and then we started trying to figure out, did it get placed in the water?
Asked, did you hear the splash?
Yes, we did.
times did he say, you know you threw the baby in the river?
I don't know.
Once, right? Is he fair? So that's not really a question, that's an accusation, isn't it?
Correct.
And so is that what your truth was, that you all were looking for, as opposed to what he said? What you got him to say?
We were looking for the truth, not just what he said, because he said a lot of stuff that we know wasn't the truth.
And how would you know the truth when you weren't there?
But if you tell me,
The jury voted for the death for the death penalty. It was 8-4. Yeah, Nichelle. Where were you? I have to still. I didn't make a new stream, so I have to cut the verdict out of the stream and make it its own video. But they voted for the death penalty. It was 8-4 for the death penalty. But there's going to be a, what was it called, Judy? A Shelby hearing? October 6th, I think. And that is where the lawyers can give more evidence to the judge for him to decide if he wants to do it or not. So he could still change it to life without parole. And in Florida, we have no parole. There's no, like, get off for good behavior if you've served 85% or whatever, like some other states have. So Stanley? You mean the hearing? It's Spencer hearing. So that's on October 6th. So if they stream that, we'll be covering that too. And hopefully the judge won't change his mind, because that dude just kept making babies and didn't care about them. Well, I mean, I guess he did. I don't know. Oh, and this one, in Tennessee, they do sentencing right after they do the verdict. And I think the jury decides sentencing, because we didn't do the Carly Gregg trial, but I watched it on somebody else's, and that was in Tennessee. And they sentenced her to life without parole almost immediately after they found her guilty. So I think this one is the same way. But Court TV had a poll up if you wanted, you know, how they do. They poll their chat about guilty or not guilty and sentence and stuff like that. And they had death penalty up there. And I don't know if that was just in the poll or if they're asking for it in this case. So I don't know. Judy said no, they're not. So I don't know if Court TV was just doing that as a hypothetical or not.
that you did something and the person that you're supposed to did it at
Cool,
the time
Michelle.
you say you did it is unalive, then I know that's not true.
I'm trying to digest that just a little bit. It seems the information that Mr. Isabelle gave you guys from the start was cooperated, right?
No.
He told you that he got threatening text.
That he got what?
He got a threatening text.
Yes.
And he told you that he went to his mom with Ortiz.
Yes.
And they gave the brother of Danielle Hoyle the address over to his mother and father's house.
Yes.
And that was cooperated, wasn't
Yes.
it? And he told you that Artesia had a handgun,
Yes,
black and silver,
yes.
Smith and Wesson, 40 cal.
I don't think he ever knew the caliber.
40, okay, well, you found it though, right?
Correct.
Was it-
Correct.
That was cooperated.
Yes,
Line baseball bat.
yes.
Machete type, large blade in the car.
Oh, I never saw that.
But anyway, those things were cooperated. Back then, when other Artesia was cooperated.
It was.
So, by that time, you already knew the truth. Is that right?
And a part of it. I knew some truth.
I always heard half-truths were a really dangerous thing. Have you heard that?
That's why we kept going for the whole truth.
The baby's hat, was it found there at the buck ground?
Yes,
Was it found before he said it was there?
yes, I think so.
That's right. Was it found before you told him it was found there?
Yes,
And after that is when he told you the baby's hat fell off at the background.
yes,
Of course, you told him that it had been found down there, and you knew it was his. You knew that it was the baby.
I told him that first.
Not yet, Carla.
When? That was going along pretty much before the first one.
Bye, Allison.
I mean, I know there was a long, long
Thanks for
time
stopping
between
by.
questions, so where in that chain
First,
of-
when we asked him what the baby was wearing, we asked him about the hat. Is that what you,
I just want trying to get some timelines down to find out what he told you, who told you that first. You know, if you told him, then he told you. If he just told you, pursuant to your investigation, asking questions, seeking the truth. No threats, coercion.
I don't recall specifically about that hat being, I know we talked about it, the hat was there, because he eventually said it fell off her head when he was running down there with her.
And the timeline he told you about, that was cooperated as well, wasn't it?
No,
By GPS?
no, and that's when I told him I knew where he was at certain times. Because he, at the first time, I told him his timeline was off.
GPS, what, works on the phone? Is that what,
It can if GPS is on the phone.
so GPS shows where the phone is?
At least, yes, at least the phone.
And, where he told you he was consistent with the GPS, was it not?
Yes, some of them.
I couldn't help but think that when I was watching this at the end, and even during it, that his head down like he was tired. Do you think he was tired during any of this?
No,
When I feel, my figures are it was about 32 hours without, if he got up at 8 in the morning the previous day. About 32 hours, is that about right? From 8 till 8:24, and then about 2:30 or so the next day.
I don't know what time he got up.
So he hadn't been, I mean, he didn't have a lot of rest, did he?
I don't know. I don't know how much rest he had prior to coming in contact with me.
How do you know he told you that he threw your baby in the water? How do you know that's the truth versus he just wanted you to stop?
I still don't know if he ever threw the baby in the water.
Exactly. By this time, you'd already decided what the truth was. You already knew what you knew. You knew half the truth.
Half the truth about what?
Half the truth about whatever he was saying. You knew that things he had told you had been cooperating.
Some of it.
A lot of it. There were some missing parts, though, weren't there?
Yes.
And those missing parts is where this interrogation was zoomed in on, wasn't it?
Because we want to find the baby. Is that what you're referring to?
I'm referring to the Levi and Sedgwick scene, and I'm referring to the boat wreck.
So Levi said, you saying there's missing parts from that? Levi and Cedric, you're saying that there's missing parts from that scene? Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to get an understanding of your question.
My question is you already knew that he was responsible for shooting her?
Yes, I think he admitted to shooting her.
That was on into the interrogation where you were asking him, right?
Yeah, it was on into it, yes.
He'd already given you cooperating information. It was being cooperative before that.
He was.
All right, I'm gonna move on from that area of question.
Okay.
You knew about Orticia. Did you not, while you were questioning him, the girlfriend?
What did I know?
No, I mean,
You say
you knew about her.
Yeah, I knew about her.
And you knew that you were told she was upset.
Yes,
And she was upset about the situation that was going on with Brandon and his other women.
yes,
And the women having children by him.
yes.
Right. And you knew that he was in love with her.
Yeah, I knew they was in a relationship. I can't say I knew he was in love with her.
Okay. All right. I know that during the interrogation, during the interview, he was told that sometimes we let emotions get the better of us. Why was he told that?
But sometimes people let the emotions get the better of them.
And when they let those emotions get the better of them, they react.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Brendan said in that interview with you that he was trying to get his life situation to work. That's this drama that we were talking about earlier, right?
Okay,
And that he was in a divorce,
yes,
child custody, child support,
yes.
and females didn't want him.
Yes,
That was our teacher, Ron.
yes.
He told you that this was nothing he planned on doing that day,
He did say that.
that he was thinking too fast and reacted.
He said that.
He also said, I believe, that it was not his intent to push the baby into the river.
He said that.
I think it was Officer Boyd that kept saying he threw the baby into the river then, was it not?
I think we both had our moments where we said he threw or tossed the baby in the river.
And that's what we said at the start of this cross-examination. He was told that many, many times. You threw the baby in the river. No matter what he said, you threw the baby in the river. Right? He told you something else, he said he was a liar.
Right, so at the beginning we asked, did you? And once he said he put the baby down there by the river, that's when did you put the baby in the river started coming.
That when he'd been up 30 hours or 32.
I don't know how long he was up.
Don't you think that has something to do with the reliability of what you're being told?
No, not about I want to hear the
The
truth.
question's been asked and answered multiple
Your
times.
objection is asked and answered. Your response, Mr. Massey?
I can move on.
Mr. Vaughn, thank you.
I don't think it's been asked a lot of times, but I'll move on. Thank you, sir. No further questions?
So what are you looking for when you have an interview with a defendant?
Look, so once we start gathering facts that we can put against what we're being told, we're looking for the truth. We're looking for the truth that happened. So just like at the moment we had Brett and Isabelle and they're talking to him, we're trying to get the truth. We also felt like another person could have been involved, which is the reason we asked him repeatedly, who else did you tell? Did you do this by yourself? Who put you up to this? But we're trying to get the truth.
And when he gives you a story that's off, a little ridiculous, what do you usually do with that?
We keep going because we know that story is not true.
And do you have facts?
I already have facts that we could put against what he's saying. Without the facts, then we don't know.
So you confront him with facts?
Yes.
And when we're talking about the baby Kennedy down by the river, what did you know about the river when you started talking to him? What did y'all found by the river?
The baby's head.
And so is that why you confronted him about the river?
No, actually, that's where he told us he took it prior to, we saw an image that looked like his car head over that way, from, I think, a RTCC camera. And that's why we were asking him down by there. And once he showed on the tablet that I had where he said he placed the baby, that's why we went to there to look for the baby.
And when you guys went down there, did you find the baby where he said he placed it?
No,
But you found what?
a hat that was the baby was wearing.
So did you guys feel like it was a great leap of logic that he may have thrown the baby in the river?
Yeah, once getting down there and seeing how the terrain was, as we were walking down there during the daytime, people were slipping, so we didn't think logically at night during that time, somebody walking down there would be able to go, so we felt like he probably tossed it from around about where the hat was, or maybe a little bit, a step or two past it.
Do you look for things generally to corroborate, because Ms. Matthews was talking about corroboration, to corroborate what a suspect is telling you?
Yes,
And when he's telling you, I want to go to Levi Sedgwick, because what did you find at Levi Sedgwick?
found Danielle's car along with Danielle.
And what had happened to Danielle?
Danielle had been murdered.
And what did you know about this defendant as it relates to Danielle that night?
That he was the last person that she met with. We knew that they met at the MAPCO. We knew that they left the MAPCO and went to that location.
Who was the first one to mention shooting Danielle?
He was. Brandon Isabelle, let me rephrase.
And do you remember what he told you about his gun?
Well, I know he said when he was explaining the story for the second time, and he said that he shot her, and we asked why. He said he didn't want the baby, and then he told us that he left the gun at Artisha's house. Once we did a search warrant on Artisha's house and we did not find the gun, so we knew that wasn't true, that he didn't leave the gun there. And then after questioning him some more about it, he eventually told us he threw it in the river.
And was the gun ever found?
No,
Was Baby Kennedy ever found?
no.
Do you know about any shell casings or any other evidence that was found at the
That was at the, on Sedgwick, yes. Shell casings were found there.
Was that consistent with anything that you guys found in his car that was at Stacy?
Yes, found a holster in his car, found another Glock magazine in his car.
But no gun?
No gun.
And these things we're talking about, are these what we call corroboration?
Yes,
To make sure that what he's telling you actually did occur?
yes.
And talking about his shoes, what did he tell you about his shoes that he's wearing?
He said he, after leaving Danielle, it said he went home and changed clothes. Changed his jacket, changed his shoes, put his shoes in the trunk of his car and left his jacket hanging in his closet.
What did he say about what might be on the shoes?
He said he was leaving the shoes in the car because there was possible evidence that blood was on Danielle's blood.
And what did you find in his trunk at the car at Stacy?
The shoes he took off, slides, Adidas slides with the blood on them.
Where did he tell you he went after he said he threw Baby Kennedy in the river?
He went to Walgreens.
What did you find at Walgreens?
Found video of, well, no, didn't get the video of Walgreens, found a receipt from Walgreens with things that he bought for Artisha.
What did he tell you he did with the things he bought for Artisha at Walgreens?
Took them to her house,
What did you find at her house?
the things he bought at Walgreens.
What did he tell you he did with the car seat that he took Baby Kennedy out of before he threw her in the river?
Took it to Walmart
Where
and
did
left
you
it
find
by
it?
the dump,
Where did you find it at Walmart?
the car seat.
And is that what you're looking for generally, is corroboration of what he's saying and getting to the truth?
Yes,
Are you aware, Artisha was being interviewed at the same time, is that right?
correct.
I think you said that. She was also being interviewed for a long, long time, right?
Correct.
Did she confess to murder?
No.
Thanks, sir. I have no question.
Mr. Massey?
Thank you, Honor. The last set of transcripts that we looked at, guides or aids for the interrogation, the interview that you were doing,
The last
sixth one,
The sixth one,
that was the last one, right?
correct.
In that one, Mr. Isabelle said he accidentally shot Danielle.
He did.
Was that the truth? You don't really know, do you?
Yeah, because you don't accidentally shoot somebody multiple times.
Wow. I'm trying to understand how you know what the truth is.
By the
If-
things
if
that
he
he
said
said
it
that
was
we
true?
corroborated.
But before You said that he said, I shot her.
He did,
Okay. But at the end, he said he accidentally shot her.
of course. And that's what he said at the end, but that's far from over.
So the of course, does that mean that whatever he says you expect is not true?
No. Can't say that because if I believe he said, when he said he shot her, it's to be true. And that's true. After later on, he decided to say it was an accident, but he didn't say it the first time when he said he shot her.
But the statement appears to be the only direct proof that he shot her.
The statement of him saying he shot her?
Just the statement, yeah. The rest of it's circumstantial. Direct statement is him saying I shot her.
Yeah, he said he shot her.
Okay. And he comes over here, he accidentally shot her at the end.
Yeah. A few hours later, he said it was an accident.
Did he have a little bit of rest before this?
A little bit
From the narrow bench?
on the bench, yes.
And we said, earlier in the questioning, that you told him a cap was at the river before he told you. Because you found out that the cap was found up there, right?
We could have went that way, yes.
But you didn't find a baby down there.
No, we did not find the baby.
Other than at the end of 10 hours of questioning, 30-something hours of being up, him saying he threw the baby in the river, what proof do you have the baby was at the river?
Well, the cap that we found at the river had the same print of the gloves from the baby that was in the baby seat that we found at Walmart.
Well, do you know testing was done on the,
I do not know.
never let us know, would you think? It'd be
He let us-
DNA, right?
He let us know.
Couple other questions, John.
Just have a couple things. He initially said that he shot Danielle because he didn't want the baby, right?
Correct.
Was that kind of early on in the interrogation?
Yes.
Then, some hours later, he says, what about shooting Danielle?
It was an accident.
It was an accident. That's later on, right?
Correct.
Accidentally shooting somebody is like way less bad than shooting someone intentionally, is that right?
Correct.
You guys didn't coerce him into improving his story a bit, right?
No.
He kind of came up with that on his own as time went on, is that right?
I think he came up with the whole thing as time went on.
I want to clarify one thing, is Mr. Massey was talking about 10 hours of questioning. You guys weren't questioning him for 10 hours.
Correct.
And I know it's not the Marriott, but he can sleep on the bench, and he was in fact sleeping on the bench, was he not?
Correct.
And at the end of that statement, because when we finished that sixth piece that we heard today, that was at about 7 minute, I can't remember, 7-something minute mark, right?
Yes.
The rest of the time on there, are you guys questioning him anymore after that?
No.
For those last couple hours, you're just sitting there waiting to be booked or whatever?
Waiting to be transported.
Okay. No further questions.
there's a difference in saying, I shot somebody or I accidentally shot somebody.
Yeah, it's a difference.
So if I'm going, if I have my gun out and I'm cleaning it and I walk by Miss Fuchs and I think it's unloaded and it didn't boom and I shoot her, and you come and ask me, Miss Mason, what'd you do? How'd that happen? I shot her. I shot her. I did, right?
Right, I said, how did it happen though?
It's an accident. When I would have said I shot her first.
Would you?
So which one was it? Was it an
Would
accident
you
or
would
was it
have
I
said you
shot
shot
her
her
first?
first? Most people I know, they say what the truth is first when they decide to tell it.
You guys didn't tell him the truth from the start, did you?
Why should we have to tell them the truth? Out of everybody out there, the only person who knows what happened is him. So he tells us the truth, right?
No other questions,
Thank you, sir. You may sit down.
Thank you.
And now we break. We get stretched, and you know it. Not talk about anything we did today. Johnson. If you need to stand up in the middle of this, it's perfectly fine. You don't have to sit for 4 hours straight when I stretch a bit. I do it, remember? So it's fine. I'll see you guys in a bit. Don't overdo it, and if you need coffee or water, let us know. You all may be seated. Ms. Fuchs, I checked on that situation you asked about, and I was assured that there will be security in place in the building tomorrow. The Sheriff's Department is well aware of what we have going on, and they are going to take care of us as they have all week and each and every day. Thank you. It is now 12:33. Let's report back at 1:42. 1:42. See you then. Thank you.
Why do they need security? What happened? What did I miss? Did they talk about this and I missed it, or was it something that we didn't hear about? Must have been something we didn't hear about. She said be back at 1:42, which is 2:42 for us. I'm going to say 2:40. Maybe I should say 2:45 because they don't start on time. 2:45. Man, y'all, you know what I hate? I hate when lawyers are like, you lied to him, didn't you? You lied to him to get him to say what you wanted him to say. I hate that. Cops are allowed to lie. It's part of the interrogation process. I hate that. And at first, I mean, he did a good job, you know, setting the lawyer straight. But at first, like, his voice changed almost like he felt like he was being reprimanded. And then towards the end, he started getting louder and talking normal and, you know. But at first, it was like, well, he wasn't telling us the truth. And I'm like, why are you acting like you're ashamed of what you did? You didn't do anything wrong. You're allowed to lie. But then he came back and then was like, no, we wanted him to tell us the truth. And he wasn't telling us the truth. And we knew he wasn't telling us the truth. Ugh. And they know that. They know cops are allowed to lie. They do that on purpose. I don't know why they do that. But I guess they're allowed to do that. So, lawyers are allowed to lie too. Because lawyers know the cops are allowed to do that. And they act like they act like they think cops aren't allowed to do that. Drives me nuts. So there was another case that I almost did. Remember when we thought that Jose Soto Escalera wasn't going to be streamed? I almost did the drugged husband murder trial or whatever it was. That was another Florida case. It was in Marion County, which is right up the road from me. I knew the victim, and I had no idea that I knew the victim because I've not seen him. Oh, bye, Carla. I'll see you later. I knew him, gosh, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. We were in a play together, and he's been to my house. He's been in this house. Dang, I'm gonna cry just thinking about it. Okay, I'm back. Can y'all hear me? The 4 people that stayed. I don't know what happened. There was like a power surge, and then the computer shut off. Anyway, so I was going to do that trial. I didn't because that was my friend. I hadn't seen him in a long time, but we had been friends. And I didn't recognize him because he had weight loss surgery and he's bald now. Or not now. Oh my God. He had become bald. So I didn't recognize him. So now I'm sad. I'm probably going to watch that trial this weekend. Okay. So I came back to say bye. So, 2:45 for the afternoon session of the baby in the river murder trial. So, hopefully I'm going to have power. It's raining, but it's not storming, so I don't know what that power surge was. Her membership probably just wore off in the middle of the chat, Marty. So, hopefully I'll be back at 2:45. Please rejoin me at 45 for the afternoon session of the baby in the river murder trial. And if people love your family and Jesus, and so do I. In case I don't, I'm back. Bye, guys. Enjoy lunch.